right, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Unidentified podcast. Okay, and as we usually do every now and then, we report on sports, which I'm not too big on sports, so pardon me if I pronounce some of these teams or team members or whatever wrong. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? So on this occasion, unfortunately, I have to report on a 29-year-old um, Adam Johnson who was playing in the Nottingham uh, Panthers in a Challenge Cup against the Sheffield Steelers. And what happened is that during this game, the opposite team member ended up what you call it, like a penalty, like when somebody gets too aggressive with you.
I don't.
Foul or
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it for, hockey, right? But this is one good example of what, like, one of the players being too competitive, too aggressive, and not thinking before they act. Okay. Just so you know, we're about to watch a graphic video. Okay. So it's up to your discretion if you want to continue watching. If not, feel free to pause or skip the video. Yeah, just so you know, all of this happened this past October 28th of 2023. Okay.
Kind of late on that, Angel. Aren't you? But okay. All
Yeah.
right.
They are still reporting it in the news, and all of this is still on trial. I'll explain just a little.
All right. Roll that footage.
Absolutely, please. Make sure the audio is good.
All right. There isn't any audio.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so look at this.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how that happened. Okay.
Yeah, but just so you know, that's not even a hockey move. You're supposed to hit with the
No.
shoulders.
I think
grab each other.
that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake.
I don't think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
I think if you lift your leg that high, can you put it again? Play it again. Okay.
Nah, that's a mistake,
it was
man.
No, look.
Nah,
Look at
that's a mistake.
that. Okay.
Yeah, he's slipping.
how it comes across.
No. He came across. Look. How he attacks the one member and gives the leg to the other.
No, that's not. I
Bro,
don't think
if
that's
you-
intentional.
If you put your leg that high up, I think is intentional. 1 second. I think if you put your leg that high up, is intentional. I put this video on because if you know, right? So what happened is, unfortunately, the kid started bleeding out. The blade of the skate actually hit him right in the neck. Okay.
Yeah.
And opened him from side to side. They tried to help him out, and unfortunately, this 29-year-old guy was pronounced dead at the hospital. So to his family members and friends, I'm sorry for you guys lost. Respect, but they are debating on if they should charge this kid with manslaughter.
I don't think maybe manslaughter, but I don't think it was intentional. You think it was intentional?
It was intentional.
Nah,
I can tell you right now.
nah.
This is one of the cases
How
where,
intentional in the sense of
yeah. Well, this is one of the
what
cases.
he's really aiming at is juggling.
No, but I think the kid intended to get rough him up.
Nagai, in your opinion, you think it's intentional?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't, man.
It's obviously.
I don't think anyone. They know they got skates on. No one's gonna do
Okay.
that.
No,
Okay.
but
Ed,
I mean,
I don't.
it wasn't intended for his neck.
I exactly my point. This is 100% intentional. It's not. Listen, it's not a hockey move. I looked it up. It's not. It's it's obvious not to make this move. Okay, the problem is that I think this is a case where we gotta separate. Like, was it intentional? Yes, but did he intend to do the damage that he did? Did he intend to like cut this kid's neck? I don't think he knew what he was in for, but he knew when he put that leg up that there was gonna be a collision. I mean,
Did he put his leg up, or was he falling down and his leg just sort of
Let's
went?
see it again. Let's see
no,
it again.
he wanted to get both of those
Oh my
kids that are in the opposite team.
No.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this too. Just so you guys know, there is gear. This gear, that's made out of like that metal that you use for like bulletproof vests, like the little sandy metal thing.
Kevlar.
Huh? Kevlar.
Kevlar.
Yeah, there you go. And they have these like neck guards, and it's optional for you to wear, okay? Because we know what happens, okay? When they land on one of your fingers or anything like that. And now they thinking and talking about making that neck protection like mandatory.
Mandatory. Yeah.
Yes. Put. Let's watch. Look. Bow. That was that. He aimed for the other kid. Look. He's going for that one team member, and he meant to get the other guy. So just so you know, the kid that got hit gets up. You see him trying to get up. He's trying to get up and grab his neck, and then you see the ice. You know the blood splashing all around the ice, man. And everybody ran to like help him out. I didn't want to put the actual other video, but you see in this middle video over here, it was gashing out, man. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. Let's be a little mindful towards each other. We don't have to like each other or anything like that, but like, you know, just be what you call it, like a fair sports what you call it again, like good spirits, man. Sports.
Play. Yeah.
Don't be a sore loser. Don't be, you know, whatever. I'm not saying that they were losing or anything. I'm just saying, like, come on, dude. It's just a game, regardless of what. This kid had his whole life ahead of him. He's only 20. Well, he was only 29. And it's all over the news. And I have a friend that's a bartender that told me a lot about this, so I had to look it up and present the episode. Okay.
What did
Guys,
your friend say? Did your friend say it was intentional?
It was obviously intentional. When
Oh,
he
wow.
told me,
Man.
it's an illegal move that he did right there. By the way,
What's the move?
put on your leg off the ice up there to hit anybody.
Bro, if you're falling, one leg will go up in the air sometimes, especially if it's on ice and you're sliding and you're falling. Like, yeah, I can see one leg going up
These
like
are
that.
professionals. These are not people who easily lose their balance or anything like that. Stop playing,
Bro.
And also, like if you're a professional, like if you playing for an actual league, that means you are good at what you do, right?
Yeah.
And this means that you've probably been trained on how to avoid certain things, okay? Let's say for football penalties, you know, basketball fouls or anything like that. Nigga, help me out, man. You're the sports guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and it's just so obvious. It's for me so obvious because in sportsmanship you get collisions, you get people that bounce into each other, of course, and some of them are accidental, some of them are intentional. There is a fine line between which ones are intentional and which ones are accidental, and I think that some players will actively seek out to be able to find it like, oh, it was an accident, but it was actually intentional.
No,
And like what you said, Vito, it's
go for it.
yeah, when you have the intention to do damage,
Mhm.
sometimes you don't even know what kind of damage you're gonna do.
Absolutely. But
It's
but
something to
at the end of the day, he had the intention to do damage. I just don't think he had a good idea or he thought it through. He just went through the moment.
Wow, man. Give him the benefit of the doubt, man. You don't know, okay?
Nah,
Man.
no benefit. The only
Wow,
doubt I
man.
have is his intentions
Wow.
to actually like hurt, like how much he intended to hurt this person.
Nah, I'm doing this.
Okay, so knowing what we know, I'm just gonna ignore you, Ed. Stop playing. This is too obvious for us to be playing games over here, man. This kid meant to do some damage. Knowing what we know in the game, okay. What you think should happen next? You are muted, by the way. But knowing what we know, seeing what we have seen, unmute your mic, in the game.
That.
And
Yeah. Can you hear me?
okay, cool.
Yeah, basically, no, it's a harsh penalty to give him a very harsh sentence. But I think there's this. Whose responsibility is it that this happened? Of course, the player, in a sense, but also the player. I don't want to put blame on nobody. That
I don't know. I know that sometimes coach
doesn't protect himself.
Like sometimes coaches sometimes like actually incentivate, like a little cheating, a little, low blows and stuff like that every now and then, like, oh, I'll take a point, we'll take a point or a penalty or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But doing this little
Yeah.
cheating.
Now I get it. Now I get it, Angel. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. The coach would go over to the guy and say, yeah, why don't you go kill that guy over there, slice his throat, and then, that we'll be able to win if you go do that. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that happens all the time, Angel.
No, but I used to play baseball, right? No, listen. I used to play baseball in Dominican Republic, and my coach sometimes will tell people, hey, when the guy is running to his base, make him trip. Something as simple as that. So what if I tripped you and you fall and you break your jaw? I didn't intend for that to happen. I just wanted to slow you down. But it comes with sportsmanship. You want to win, and sometimes you're willing to do dirty things to win, and that's all I'm saying. I just don't think he had intent to kill. I don't think so. I hope not. And I hope he doesn't get charged as somebody who did have the intention to kill. But something must be done, because if we just ignore this, what is stopping the next person from having one of these accidents of this sort? You know what I mean? Of course.
All kinds of psychopaths in this sport.
Absolutely, and like it should be an incentive for them to like have a fun game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If me and the guy are playing or whatever like that, we are not enemies, rivals. We are. Yeah, that's cool. But like, bro, like there's a limit. Like, how important is it for you to win this game? And that's something that the other kid, I didn't want to give his name out. So that's something that the other kid has to live with, man, unfortunately.
Hey, man, you already convicted him. So why are you worried about giving his name out?
No. Because I think it was, some people will actually be all the way through, like, oh, yeah, he meant to kill him, or he meant to, like, some people just don't understand that. It's just the heat of the moment, and I wanted to do this much, not that much. And some people won't understand the difference between those two things. So giving his name doesn't help me out at all. It doesn't do anything for me or anything. So it does not matter. Like I said before, respectfully, rest in peace. I'm sorry for your loss to his family and friends. And that's it for this part of the video, okay? Ed, can we get going with the videos that Nagayan has going on? So for the next few videos, or for the entirety of this video, I guess, what's left, we're gonna be talking about the war in Hamas, right? And we're gonna try to talk a little bit on like how it started, and you guys know politics and war get me worked up. So I really don't know much about this, and I'm looking forward to learning something. This is something Ed wanted to talk about, and I know when Ed like puts his effort into the conversation, we get something good out of it. So, Nagain, you want to talk about this video, or should we just go like cut to the chase and watch it?
For it to make sense to, or at least for everybody, uh, start to be- at least where it started.
You're breaking up like real bad.
Okay. Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yeah, maybe it's an idea to
No. You're fine now. Go for it.
probably
Oh man.
maybe Ed, you can follow up with the document.
You don't want to watch the video first? Just go with the document.
Go with
Yeah,
the
let's go with
document.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So this is because it's like a little small here. So I got it on my phone. I don't feel like blowing this up.
Yeah. Before you explain, before you read this document, can you explain a little bit about it? Because I kind of read it, but I don't know what I'm reading exactly.
This letter to Lord Rothschild by British Foreign Secretary Arthur James Balfour was aimed at Jewish support for the Allies in the First World War. The letter, known as the Balfour Declaration, became the basis movement to create a Jewish state in Palestine. The letter was published a week later in the Times London of London. This is November 1917. I have much pleasure in conveying to you, on behalf of His Majesty's government, the following declaration of sympathy with the Jewish Zionist aspirations which has been submitted to and approved by the Cabinet. His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people, and will use their best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of the existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine, or the rights of political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country. I should be grateful if you would bring this declaration to the knowledge of the Zionist Federation. Yours, Arthur James Balfour. And I asked, I mean, it might be, you said you don't know anything about it, but basically it's just because they helped the Allies in World War I, helped them, defeat, Germany. They said, hey, since you guys helped us out, Treaty of Versailles, they were there. They said, okay, now it's your turn. You get what you wanted. We're going to help you establish a country in former Ottoman Empire, which was, Palestine. And those people's country, well, you can just have a piece of that now. We're giving that to you.
But didn't they take a bigger piece than they were supposed to?
Well, it keeps growing. Angel is growing to this day. So that was back in 1917. So it kept growing and growing and growing for like 100 years. It's been growing.
Okay, but if I have a piece of land and I got to give you a piece, like I share this piece with you, how does your piece keep growing?
First off, how do you give someone else's land to someone? Like, it's not yours to give, is what I'm saying. So we got to start there.
So you conquering. I mean, this is obviously what's going on here.
It's crazy. Someone just can't come up to me and say, hey, I can have half of Angel's house because I helped them out. It's like, what?
Well, this is at the end of a war, and once the war is done, I mean, we come to a conclusion, right? Am I wrong? Isn't that how that works?
Okay.
So once it comes to the conclusion is usually, I went over whatever we were fighting for.
Okay.
Yeah. So if in this case land.
Yeah.
Now it's my land.
Okay.
Is for me to it's up to me to expand it to make it into a city or whatever I want to make.
Okay.
Let's say.
Okay.
And
So the Jews were fighting, I guess. Well, they were doing their part. They're doing
Yeah.
their part.
and then they ended up sharing the land, and the deal didn't keep. I mean, a side didn't keep up to their end of the bargain, right? Like I gave you my piece of land, and I
No,
shared it.
no. You're jumping ahead.
Okay.
They didn't give. It was never theirs to give. That's what I'm saying. Like how okay, Nagayan does me a favor, and I say, okay, Nagayan, what? That'd be $1,000. So I go into your bank account, Angel, and I take your money out and give it to Nagayan to pay him. Like this is crazy. It was never my money to give. I mean, you can say, oh well, they beat the Ottoman Empire, so now England can do whatever they want with the land. Okay, well, I guess.
That's my assumption, yes.
Okay, well, sure. Well, I guess the people who are there just decided that they're going to keep fighting. So, what are you going to do now?
Then we continue to fight this fight
Okay.
to the end.
Okay.
But this is not me as me. I'm speaking on history. Like I'm, like you know what I mean. Like let's say how I explained it in a prior video of how the French and the Spaniards colonized like all the islands around my island.
Okay.
And because most people gave up, they just kept like enslaving them.
Okay. Well.
Now, when they decided not, it's up to you if you want to continue fighting. And I feel like I still have the resources to fight you and win this, because I'm not stupid. Like I'm not gonna fight you and lose everything. I mean, you live to fight another day. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
right?
Palestinians still fighting. So, hey, I'll know to tell you.
But they've been fighting since when? They've been fighting throughout history. They've been
No,
fighting
they
since
haven't. No, they haven't. These people always got along. They got along until that 1917 move. What you got, Nagai?
Yeah, actually, the state was formally divided after World War II, 1947.
Okay.
And was the partitions made from, okay, this is your side, and this is the Palestinian side, but still not recognizing Palestine.
What was
state.
okay during this time? Can you sprinkle in a little bit of the Jewish community in there too?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like okay, so what was going on? What was going on with the Jewish people, with the Jewish community?
The Jewish people were having the Holocaust at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
They were basically banned because of Germany and the German Empire.
They were oppressed. They were discriminated against. They were they stopped them from being able to actually earn currency as any other citizen did. So meaning, we putting you in a poverty level, like we forcing you to a different poverty level or economic system. So we are pressing you, right? You're not allowed to buy or own houses. You're not like you can only farm for others, not for yourself.
Hey, Angel.
Uh-huh.
So they just willy-nilly just decided, hey, you know what? We just don't like these people. For no reason. They never did anything. These are just the greatest people ever. They never did nothing. They just saying, we don't like it.
Not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, okay? So this is the thing, right? Since the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, right? They've been persecuted, and they've been looked at in the wrong way. And just because you're Jewish.
Nah, man. Nah, like we can go contemporary. We ain't even got to go back to biblical times. Look, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry. You're not even supposed to talk about it. There's like an evil organization within that group.
Yes, I agree.
And these people are going around doing a lot of dirt, man. Like it is what it is. You ain't gotta go back to biblical time.
Let's go to biblical times, because when you
like Jeffrey Epstein was that biblical times? That just happened like a couple years ago.
And that's cool.
Like who do you think was doing that?
I know who was doing that. We know who was doing that, and you're trying to get us in trouble, anyways, right? But like, Okay, so so listen. Let's slow down here, right? When we were talking on the chat, I asked you what you wanted to talk about. What was your answer?
How the Palestine conflict started, right?
Started.
Yeah.
So, if prior to your time and period, something had happened, I just found it to be worth of mentioning. Okay.
All right.
That's just me because you said how it started.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But then you go with this, oh, they're being persecuted. Oh man, we just feel sorry for them. Oh, they're just so innocent. They never did nothing.
But how it started?
Yeah.
Wait, again. You're breaking out
a little
again,
bit
man.
Before.
I'm so interested in what he has to say because I know he got something good on this. Ed, by the way, Nagayan, let's see your adjustment. Let's see. Can you talk?
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so basically what I got is that there was a book written before this document that Ed.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That was Herzl, or I don't know, Herzl. He was a Jewish Zionist, that's what they call it. The Zionism is a movement which stands for it's kind of political, but it's also religious.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about actually. So yeah, like decreto, decree. How you say that in English? El decreto, like that we put out publicly. Okay, that's both politically and also religious. So let's take the whole thing in consideration. Okay, so Jesus' crucifixion. For some, for a good amount of people, that just meant just that. If you Jewish, you just in the wrong team, and that's that. Of course, that we all know. We see what's going on today. Of course, there's a group of people, of these people, that are doing some stuff that are freaking iffy. But that doesn't mean all of them are this way. But let's go back to the beginning. I am sorry. Take over.
No problem. That's a good one. And then is the question from which religion started? Which one was the first one that? Because Jesus before Christ was when it started to count. Actually, when we started to count the years, is before Christ's death and after Christ's death. And that's I think the perspective and the narrative that you have to check, because the Jewish religion, or Judenstaat, I don't know how you call it.
Well, prior to this, the issue was like, okay, you wrong, I'm wrong, the other person is wrong, I'm right, you wrong, and they were going back and forth. My religion is the right religion, my Bible, my Quran, my this. I'm the one that has the truth. I hold the truth. There's only one truth, and my guy is the one who has the truth.
Bro, like, I really don't think we even have to go all the way back to religion, and I don't think religion has anything to even do with it. I think they use that as like a smokescreen. I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Okay, but then they saying they started having big issues. They didn't have these like life or death issues.
Bro, these people always got along. They were getting along. When it was Ottoman Empire, they got along.
Before Christ.
But no,
the Canaanites.
They got along for periods of time, and then peace, and then had issues again. I mean, not quite to this like quantity,
like you want to go all the way back to biblical times, but you can sit here within the 20th century and you can say incident after incident what they've done.
Okay.
Whether it's the Balfour agreement that we just read, and then them slowly building up the chunk of land that they had. I mean, just taking people's houses. Then you had like after World War II where they made it official. When they did that, they went around to Palestine was just straight up murdering people. Like they were lining villagers up and just like lining them up, executing all of them. It's like, bro, you can't make moves like that. I think people are gonna forget.
I did see that, but I didn't understand like the conflict then. Like why were
they're taking their land? It's God gave me this. It's mine. We're God's chosen. We're taking this. Sorry you're here. Let's bulldoze this. Oh, those people are in the way. Line them up. Shoot them. Bury them in a mass grave. They were doing that.
I couldn't find any kind of political treaty or anything like that. They just launch an attack and take the,
Yes.
because they did claim that it was their God-given right to claim that land. Okay, right,
bro.
cool.
Okay.
But there was no there was no negotiations, no intent.
Well, they just invoke God. So what do we need negotiations for, man? What are we negotiating about?
Okay. Cool. No, this is a serious question I'm asking you because I didn't have time to look up and to like too deep into it, and I did find things where they were claiming, okay, God told us this is us right here, so y'all gotta be out.
Yeah. Just like that. We're God's chosen.
Yeah, I get it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. But I thought if God sent you, maybe you had like some negotiation to do, warnings, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Dude, I heard these people, they're not even real Jews. They're like these people from like the East Coast, America, Eastern European. They're not even real Jews.
What? Explain this.
Bro, did you ever notice that you got some of these Jews where they look like Jews and they got like the beards and they got the curls and all that on the side, and then you got the ones who just look like normal? They just claiming that. These dudes ain't even real.
I thought maybe today and age.
Okay.
I mean, there was the option of not having to look. Drake, you know the rapper Drake, right?
Yeah.
He's Jewish, and he doesn't have to wear all that stuff. He doesn't, for celebrations, for events and stuff like that. He's still.
Dude, these Jews, they just claiming that.
But you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, for events, for religious.
Religion ain't got nothing to do with it. Here's what it's about. If you criticize me, if you say anything about me, I'm gonna say Holocaust, and then I'm gonna accuse you of being anti-Semitic. Boom, end the argument. Get out my face.
We need
you
to
can't
get
say nothing
over that. Like okay, I don't mean get over it, but you can't use these things as if it happened to you personally. Does that make sense? Like I say something that you don't agree. Oh well,
the
you're
story with slavery and
absolutely, and all the way around. Dominicans were enslaved, and you think I'm looking at people from Spain and French people like, oh, listen,
the moment you have a disagreement with somebody, just say slavery, mic drop, boom, there you go, you win.
That's crazy. Is that what you do, Ed? Because you black.
Bro,
I'm
people be doing that, man. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about right now?
So you agree with me? Like that doesn't even make sense anymore, right? So we got grown people killing each other, killing in massive genocide, and committing genocide, legal genocide, because at war everything is. By the way, can we move on and keep playing these videos? I don't want to forget the videos we have. So which one, nigga? Help me out.
Let's go with the first one. We already know how it is.
Oh, guess who's funding Israel?
Yeah,
I've
seen this. Okay, let's go.
I think this is something that's quite obvious, and but if people didn't know it.
Nagayan, before we watch the video, can you give me some context on why and what's going on here?
Basically, Ed mentioned this in our previous video about Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned something about probably Hamas was actually, I don't remember, it was an Israel attack, a planned attack by Israel itself. And yeah, this is a little bit in the lines of that. I haven't fact checked this, so just be aware of that and do your own research on it.
Yeah, we
But
always encourage people
there's
do your own research, and if we get anything wrong, we are learning about this as well. If we get anything wrong, or if you want to add to what we are saying or whatever, please feel free to say something in the comment. And even links. If there's any videos that you would like to share with us, just send the links to the comment section and everything. Then we will appreciate you for it. Go on. Yeah.
And yeah, this is basically a statement of the current prime minister or president. I don't know if you call it. But Netanyahu, who claimed actually some things. Yeah, he's gonna let us know.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Hope there's sound.
Chose to support Hamas as an alternative to the Palestinian Authority and gave them money and established them in Gaza. An arrangement was made with Qatar, which began sending hundreds of millions of dollars to the Hamas leadership with Israeli approval. The insider told me that Bibi was convinced that he would have more control over Hamas with the Qatari money than let them occasionally fire rockets into southern Israel and have access to jobs inside Israel than he would with the Palestinian Authority, and he took that risk. Quote, what happened this week, the insider said, was a result of the Bibi doctrine that you could create a Frankenstein and have control over it. It may take a few months, but he is over. Now, this is not bombshell news that Israel created Hamas. This is something that even Ron Paul, when he was a representative from Texas, he said this in 2009. Watch this.
Hamas, if you look at the history, you'll find out that Hamas was encouraged and really started by Israel because they wanted Hamas to counteract Yasser Arafat. He said, that was better then and served his purpose, but we didn't want Hamas to do this. So then we as Americans say, well, we have such a good system, we're going to impose this on the world. We're going to invade Iraq and teach people how to be Democrats. We want free elections. So we encourage the Palestinians to have a free election.
We ain't even got free elections. But
By the way, you see when I complain about this, Ed, before, do you remember when I say what he just said right now?
But I'm saying Rob Duggan, Club to Death, that's probably gonna get copyrighted. Just saying, guys.
That right here?
The music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
They'll figure something out. All right.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Moving on. What's the next? Oh, no. Actually, Nagayan, you wanted to point it out something during this video, huh?
Yeah, basically, I didn't have the audio on it, but yeah, it's a very bold statement what he's making right now.
What part?
If it's true, then yeah.
You want to speak on it?
No, yeah, they funded. What's that?
No, wait. Let's speak on the video just in case we have to edit it out, the part with the video. Can we be specific about the video? What's going on in the video and what they're saying and what you understand for it?
You're asking me?
To go back to my memory.
Either one of you guys. Ed, you understand this piece of information?
Yeah, they're saying they're funding it, but to me, this isn't the title. I think is misleading because this isn't saying that they're funding it currently, but that they just got it started. I think a lot of people know that. I'm trying to go further with it. I'm saying I'm going further, saying that the attack was planned. They knew it was coming. They're saying that Egypt warned them. They're saying that Egypt warned them, and they just said, guys, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then you got to think, all the troops that were supposed to be at the Gaza Strip, they were all sent to the West Bank. They're all sent to the other side of the country just as that attack was getting ready to happen. It's so many things where you can't even walk up to the wall or the gate. You can't even get within 100 meters without them getting notified or getting shot.
That is true.
So how does all this go wrong?
Yeah. That is FE.
And then where are they even getting all these rockets and stuff? Like, where are you getting all this stuff from? Like, who's giving you this stuff? I mean, it's just a closed off area.
And people were claiming it. They brought it from Egypt. That it was brought in from the sea.
These borders are secure.
Everything is on lockdown. Yeah.
They're basically in an open air prison. How are you getting all this stuff in here?
And how do you maintain it? Like, how many rockets I said in the last video were shot the first day? 100 and what?
44 or something.
44. And then like the next day, how much was it? And then you
I think the total was 2,000.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like in a current flow, in an actual flow, like every day we're gonna send you these. So by the way, we got more. Here you go. By the way, here you go. Like who's supplying them? Like this is not like in your garage. This is not like stored away. Like we got all of these. What we gonna do? Oh, I know.
Dude.
Somebody like poking them. Like
I'm 100% certain that Israel planned that attack on themselves. I'm that's where I'm at on it. It's too many coincidences. Like they allowed that to happen. You got Mossad, one of the greatest intelligence agencies on the planet. You got the most secure border on the planet, and this happened. They got paragliders and stuff, and they're just going over. They're just going up to the fence. Wire cutters all of a sudden. They can just get through.
Okay, Ed, as a regular human being, I'm asking you this, okay? Help me understand why they would cause this amount of destruction among themselves.
What? Why Israel would do it?
And that's
What's
or
easy?
Hamas.
Go for it. Help me.
The reason why Israel would do this, or why Israel will allow it to happen, is so they can finally get what they wanted. They can now rush right into Gaza Strip and just level the place. That's what they always wanted to do. Now they got an excuse.
Bro, you self-destruct to destroy.
Bro, it's not stuff. Who cares if a couple thousand people get killed? You think these people care? It ain't their family. It's not their family. They knew the attack was coming. They were already on the other side of the country. They ain't getting killed. Same thing with 9/11. They didn't care. The key people were told not to show up to work that day on 9/11. They got the phone call. Hey, you might not want to show up to work. You might not want to catch a flight. And we just ignore act like that didn't happen. They don't care about regular people. They don't. As long as their family and their colleagues are okay, like, they don't care.
So, I am somebody who believes and fears God, and judgment will come to those. I believe so. I don't think this is something you or I will be able to make an impact on, and that's unfortunate. But like I do believe what you were telling me. I don't want to be convinced of it, but I do believe it. Does
Right.
that make sense?
It's too many coincidences. Like, they filmed it. Like, of them out there with little remote control cars and little remote control planes with bombs on them, taking out camera systems. I'm like, come on, bro. How, in broad daylight. In the middle of the day.
And then like you're gonna take the okay, so you
This is crazy.
you're taking thousands and thousands of life. You're destroying capitals, right? Like your own capital, and you're destroying the whole freaking land over there. For what? What are you gonna build? What's over there? What do you want?
Well,
Like,
they want those people out of there.
yeah,
They want
but
them
like,
out of there.
What are you getting at? What cause? What for, Ed?
Bro, they want the land. They want to expand Israel. I don't know what to tell you. They want them out of there.
They put
What
it
I'm-
on
okay.
Ukraine, yeah.
This is gonna be a wasteland. Is what I'm saying. Like what? What are your intentions? Like
When they get them all out of there,
what do they have that I could look forward to? I'll give you my everything to destroy you, for me to take over. To
bro,
end up
they
in-
don't want to see them there. I don't want to see them there. Just get rid of them.
No, it's gotta
Get
be.
some
It's
more
gotta be.
of
It's
an
gotta
addition
be
to
more
it.
than. It's got to be more than
Yeah,
that.
I've heard from some sources there's about 6.2 billion dollars or million trillion, I don't know which the number is,
Of what?
of
Of
oil
oil?
reserves in the Gaza Strip.
Okay,
You know?
I already thought about that, right? How much is one of these freaking missiles, bro?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Save yourself the money of these freaking missiles, grenade, these lives, the construction of the thing, of the buildings, all these resources, and let's both be happy. At that cost, if that's it,
Bro.
we might as well just do business.
And when Israel's done with that, they want Syria, they want Libya, they're probably after that they're gonna try and take parts of Egypt, all that.
So okay, yeah, but and this is why I told you what I told you.
You talking about Putin, bad? Like, nah.
But that's my problem with Putin, dude. Like I'm just saying, is he gonna stop? These people are not gonna stop. So
Angel.
No.
The media, they got you. They're in your head now. You're supposed to be rooting for the Israelis. The Israelis, the good guys. They're the good guys. You show me any news, any of these channels that's telling you to question anything that's going on with these Israelis. They're the good guys. This video might get pulled because you're critical of these Jews. You're not allowed to question. They're the good guys, okay? They're our allies.
No, I hope not. You know why? Because if we do get pulled for this video, would be a shame, man. Because like all we have is our speech, like our expression. Listen, we should be free to think. If you're gonna take that away from me, if you're gonna take my voice away from me,
You
then
can think, but don't say.
Yeah, wrong thoughts.
Nah. Like that not for me. That's not how that goes. You don't take that away from me.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
come on, dude.
You better have the right opinions. Putin bad. You can say that all day. You say
No.
Israel? Oh, nah, man.
But Ed, and we keep going through this. I never said he was bad. I just don't think the fight will stop. Is what I keep telling you, and you don't seem to understand that. So if you're not gonna stop,
You're right. The fight won't stop, but you don't realize who the aggressor is. That's what you can't get your head around.
And there you go. and you're right. I have not figured out like the whole way through to where like I'm like, okay, I'm convinced you are the bad one. Let's get rid of you. Like I'm just
America is the bad guy. We keep coming back to this.
Okay.
They are actually evil.
Okay. Real quick, we have another video. Let's do that.
This setting the guy.
Yeah.
These conversations really get me like fired up because like it's just it's crazy, man. Like how evil can you be? Like what? For what? So, what's the end?
Black robes. Why wear black robes? Because black robes represent the planet Saturn. They are a symbol for the planet Saturn. Saturn was called by the ancient people Lord of the Rings, and Saturn is Lord of the Rings. This is why women were told in the ancient world to listen to their god, and the concept was they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their gods. They wear a wedding ring because the old ancient god of the Middle East, one of the ancient gods of the Middle East, was the planet Saturn. Saturn was directly connected to Yahweh, the Hebrew God. And so this is why even today the Jews celebrate the worship of Saturn. Saturn in the old Phoenician language was called Shabbath. Look up in the Phoenician language, you will find that the planet Saturn was called Shabbath. And his worship to honor him once a week was called Sabbath. So when the Jews are having Sabbath, they're actually paying homage to their god Saturn, Lord of the Rings. And so when you start breaking down where religions have come from, theologies have come from, the six-pointed star, for instance, is called the Star of David. Actually, it's not the Star of David. All the encyclopedias and reference works will tell you that it's called the Star of Saturn. It is a hexagram. Hexagrams represented the planet Saturn. So, and then when you look at the Christian system of things, the church is a disgrace, in my opinion, period. The Christian church is a disgrace. Everything that comes out of the Christian church in America is a disgrace. It's filled with lies, deception, innuendos. It is a money-making corporation. It operates under maritime admiralty law. And there is a whole world of knowledge that Christians have not been given about the scriptures, about who wrote the Bible, where it came from. I have found that even Judaism is not a BC religion. It did not exist in the BC, so when we talk about ancient Jerusalem, there was no ancient Israel. Jerusalem, yes, but no ancient Israel. So when you think about and how preachers and religious leaders talk about ancient Israel this and ancient Israel that, in point of fact, Israel is not a BC religion. The whole concept of the Old Testament was developed right around the 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th century AD. So that the Old Testament is not an ancient record of an ancient people. There was no ancient Israel. Two of the greatest scholars, archaeologists in Israel, have written a book called Unearthing the Bible. And these two men, these two archaeologists, are the best and the brightest of the archaeologists in Israel. And in their book, basically, that's what they said. There was no Moses, there was no King Solomon, there was no King David. The entire thing was written probably in the 8th, 9th, and 10th century AD in Europe, developed and ultimately taken. All of that was taken by the Jesuits and the Catholic Church and rewoven into a story and given to us today. But ancient Israel, there was no ancient Israel, never existed. There was no Moses, there was no King Solomon. Solomon was Sol, Om, On. Sol is Latin for the sun. Om is the Hindu word for the creative force. And On is the name of the sun in Egypt. The Greeks call it Heliopolis, but the Egyptians call the city of the sun On. Go look in a dictionary, look up the word On. It will tell you it's the city of the sun in Egypt. This is why you flip a light switch on, because it was a city of light. So you take Sol, Om, On, the three names of the sun in the ancient esoteric languages, it becomes Sol, Om, On, or Solomon. Even in the ancient Bibles, the old Bibles from the 12th, 13th, or 14th century, in the Bible, it didn't say King David. It kept talking about King Druid. And incidentally, the system of government and laws that we live under today in America and in the Western world is a Druidic system. America is a Druidic country. Canada is Druidic. Like I said, Western civilization is a Druidic establishment. The Druids were a very powerful priesthood in Europe, even before the Roman Empire existed. And they were the attorneys, the lawyers, the religious leaders, the politicians. It was called the Druidic system. And one of the most important symbols in the Druidic system was a magic wand, like Merlin the magician with his magic wand. And orchestra leaders and conductors use a magic wand. That's a Druid symbol. And the Druid symbol of the magic wand was made out of the wood of a holly tree, made out of Hollywood. And the entire establishment in Hollywood is a Druidic system. So if you don't understand Druidic symbols, you'll never know what's going on in Hollywood and where they're being financed, who's financing them, how this stuff really works in relation to government. There's an enormous amount of material out on the web showing pictures from motion pictures from 5, 6, 7 years before 2000, before 9/11, in which 9/11 is in motion pictures. And the original film of Matrix, in the original Matrix movie.
All right. Not gonna lie.
Forgot that. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a long ass video, bro. But it's okay. Lots of information on there to unpack. But since we are pressed for time, like, what is your point? Ed, while we talk about this, can you put like the other video just in the background, no audio, no nothing? All right, let's get it. The guy ain't go for it.
Yeah. So basically, he enveloped a lot of things into one theory, and that's basically that the people from Israel, Zionists, have a certain power, and it's not from the Jewish religion which we thought. It was not from what else? All the theories that we have, but he just put them in one clear system where they actually come back from this Druidic system, where some very powerful people back for the Roman Empire, and that's seemingly still have a fair share in the power that and the influence that they hold in people. What people believe and what the hidden agenda is behind all of it. So that's a little bit what I found interesting.
Let me say, real quick. I actually ended up like every time he said something that made me curious. I actually like looked it up on Google real quick while I was listening to the video. I'm not gonna lie. I really hate the videos with the music in the background. I just want to hear clean audio so I can like dissect, like take my time and like really like soak in to the information. And I find the music to be a bit distracting. I wish there was a way where we could like just take out the audio. But we gotta make do with what we have, right? Ed, anything about this video like catch your attention?
I mean, it was just so long, you know. It's just like it was a lot going on. It's a lot going
You
on.
do feel, yeah. I didn't. I also didn't like how like the video was like on so many things at the same time as well. Okay, so I'll tell you this. I think Ed is right. Like he has a great point, and yeah, this is a little backup of information or whatever on Ed's side, and but I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is, so I don't know like how much I should like read into what he's saying and how he's saying it and like what I should be careful with and stuff. But this is where I agree with Ed. There is an evil plan. There's an evil game scheme or whatever that's going on behind the scenes. These issues are provoked a lot of the times. I still haven't decided how I feel about the entirety of the situation, right? But for those who are watching and for those who are fighting in either side, I mean, in either war, either side or whatever, just understand, man, they have made these calculated risks. And these risks, first of all, only include you for one thing, okay? They already include you in the losses. You are just a casualty. You understand that, right? I hope you understand that. They plan to move on without you. And if you just so happen to freaking survive, man, then you just fit in a corner. Have you seen all these vets around here?
No, I haven't seen any vets. No.
You don't see vets outside in the streets like
Well,
asking for money.
I didn't know. Like, how do I know if those are vets?
Well, I personally know a few of them. I mean, and I know about them. And yeah, there are a lot of veterans out there, you know, asking for money that still don't have a clear mental state that post what you call it? Help me out. You're the one that speaks English. Post traumatic. No,
Yeah.
Post-traumatic.
Yeah, post-traumatic syndrome,
Yeah.
PTSD.
PTSD. There you go. And well, at least let me tell you about one of them. He is very nice. He used to ask for money around here in hometown and everything. But like he would be talking to you and then switch like a radio and start talking like he's talking in a freaking somebody. You know, like getting coordinates and all these things, like acting like he's like no longer with us. And I found that to be scary. Or regardless of what, man, just understand they already calculated that you're gonna die. They already made peace with that. Like I don't think they care that much. Okay, and this is their war, not yours. I'm telling you right now, I'm not fighting no freaking war. Like I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, you would. If they said, hey, Putin's bad and we got to stop him, because he's evil. We got to defend Israel. We got to defend them. We got troops over there right now. We got the battle group over there right now sitting outside the Gaza Strip. That's the right thing to do, isn't it?
So I'm going to tell you this. If you want to know if this is good for anybody, look up the images, like the aftermatch. Look up all the freaking whatever these issues touch is destroyed. Like this, I don't know. Like, what are you leaving behind? I just don't understand. I'm not smart enough, and I'm sorry, guys. Politics is not my thing, and I'm not okay with.
Okay, how about this? You're the president, right? I like asking you these questions. You try and always weasel out of answering them. You're the president. This just happened. Israel says, yo, we just got attacked. What do you do?
So I'm the president of what?
United States. What do you mean, president of what?
Okay, so I'm the president of the United States, and Israel
Yeah.
just got attacked, right?
Yeah.
What are the conditions? Okay, like
bro, they just got attacked. Like 2,000 people, whatever, dead. What do you do?
And I'm cool with Israel, obviously, right?
That's up to you. You're the president. That's up to you, man.
I think the U.S. already has enough for them.
That's what you would tell them?
Nah, because they won't take it like very. At some point, we need oil.
Funds.
Huh?
Also some funds, some backing of people.
I don't know. That is a good question. You know, because it's not just a simple answer of just saying, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to get in between this. We're gonna have some issue if I deny you some type of help. But what I could do is, okay, I don't want to get into this fight. I don't want to.
You're right. You'll do exactly what they're doing right now. You'll get our largest battle group, and you'll have it sitting right outside of Gaza Strip, and secretly have special forces going on throughout Gaza, pretending like we ain't really doing nothing. That's what you do.
No, I would try my best to actually like do like rescue parties, and I don't know, because if I send my people down there, I'm putting them at risk. That's a tough one. It's very tough, because I don't want to be responsible for nobody's life. I just don't. Wow. This is super hard for me, because saying no is not an option. And then like giving you the type of help that you were asking of me, which is like, let's kill him, is not something I would go for. And then the other thing is like, I can never be a president. I can never do that. And then the other thing is like, you know, it would be hypocritical not to help enough. You know, like, oh, you're just acting like you help, but you're not really helping. That also causes friction as well. Nigga, do you have an answer?
Politics.
Yeah, that's why I
No,
said.
this is the hard part of actually being decision maker. And that's why you have a whole team that actually helps you navigate through this array of actually favors and stretches that you might need. And
This is very simple,
those
guys.
favors that need
It's
to
very simple.
happen.
It's very simple. You say, hey guys, this looks a little fishy to me, and we're not getting involved. So you better be real careful what you do to those Palestinians, because you're surrounded by Arabs who might want to retaliate. So y'all better make the right move over there, because we're not getting involved. I'm telling you that right now. That's exactly what I would do.
Now you have an issue, right? Because in the future, let's say you were to need them, like
What do we need them for?
you never know.
They have a lot of influence.
We shouldn't even be over there. We ain't got we don't need them. We got Saudi Arabia right there. They're our ally.
I don't know.
For oil. I mean.
This is not a question for me. I'm a terrible person to ask this question to. What are you doing then? You just denying help and
Yeah.
like
Yeah. When they don't have their big brother to come and bail them out, that's when they start thinking, oh wait, hold up, there's consequences. Yeah. You can have the Yom Kippur War all over again, and you might not get lucky this time.
So why is the U.S. not saying no then? And they not saying no to no beef? Like
Okay, they said no to those Maui fires. They said no to East Palestine. They said no to that. Okay, so you tell me.
Okay, hear me out. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I said they ain't saying no to no beef. I'm not talking about peace. I'm not talking about like helping.
That's what I said. When it comes to helping American people, they say no to that.
It doesn't matter if these are American people. Like if you want to help save lives.
No, I think it does matter. Americans come first, because this is America. Ain't no helping the whole world.
No. I understand that, and I do agree with that. But like, let's not put that first.
Because this is crazy. It's like we got.
We're already down there. Is what I'm saying. If we already down there, let's be down there, but to be helpful, not.
Bro, these people calling the shots are evil. Like, I'm just telling you.
Absolutely, but like
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you need some kind of. They have some kind of influence, and you need their funds or whatever it is they're giving. That's the political side of it.
Bro,
So
you make all this go away.
Right now,
But
Joe
you
Biden
saying-
right now.
You're saying no to evil people. You don't think nothing's gonna come from it.
Bro, if you're telling me in this hypothetical situation that I'm the president, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. Like, you better have your affairs in order. These people coming for you.
Nah, stop playing.
Or don't take the job.
They gotta come with a playbook.
Nah, stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. I don't like when you do this. Like, you're not even being like, where are you right now? Like, I get what you're saying, and
bro, it's like basically, if it's like any other situation, if you keep bailing someone out and reality never applies to them, they're just gonna keep on cutting up. And the real solution is for you to go over to these people and realize that you need to form one country. Okay, sorry, we're America. If black people and white people can get along and we can put our differences aside, you need to do the same thing with the Palestinians and stop the nonsense and have one country. Okay, well then well, if it happens or not, that's on you to decide, and we're not getting involved. If you go over there, kill those people, and then Iran bombs you, hey, you're dealing with that. So I advise you, and we're not hopping in. So you better make the right decision.
Okay, let me make this example. Okay, has anybody close to you, family members, friends of yours, or anything, asked you for help ever before?
Yeah.
Let's say economical help.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm moving, and I asked you to move.
Yeah.
You had that as well before, right?
Yeah.
What happened the one time you said no?
One time I said no. You're a horrible person, and God will take care of you, and this, that, and the other.
Say less. There you go. So don't oversimplify things because that's.
But what are you talking about? It's still simple. This is simple. This is real simple. Because now I realize, oh, this is what this was all along. Cool. Know what? Don't call me. Block. Boom.
Okay.
Problem solved. It's real simple.
This person is evil, right? Evil.
I'm gonna say stupid, but I wouldn't say evil.
No.
Not on this level.
I'm bringing it to the current scale.
Okay.
Like military scale, other country scale. Like that's what I'm talking about. These people are calling these chaps. This came out of your mouth, right? You say they're evil, right? And you think they're gonna be like, oh. He said no.
Yeah. Because do you realize the strategy? The strategy is we can be over there in the Middle East, surrounded by countries that are hostile to us. It doesn't matter what we do because our big brother, the U.S. is going to come bail us out so we can do anything. We can say anything. You can't do anything because our big brother is going to come.
The U.S. wants all the beef, and there's got to be a good reason for that. They're not doing it for free. They're not doing it because they're the best people, okay? $700 confirms what I'm saying. They're not doing it because they
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be doing that. That's what I'm saying.
But we are evil too,
bro. If you ask me what I would do if I were president, the war would actually have to be fought within America. You would have to get these people out of here.
Hell no. Don't listen to it. Don't breathe that shit here.
Okay.
They over there.
Okay, but what
no,
Trump
they're
really
here.
said?
Bro, if Trump gets back in, dude, like you do realize he told these guys before he left to pull out of Syria, and they lied to him and never pulled out. Like, bro, that's court martial. That's like that's honestly firing squad.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's pretty serious. The commander in chief gave you an order, get the troops out of Syria, and they never did it. They lied to him and claimed that it was already done. Turns out they never, like, that's pretty serious, man. So if Trump gets back in, like, I mean, it's a lot of shaking up that's gonna have to be done.
Does he have enough protection to be able to do so?
Yeah, apparently he made it that far the first time. Somebody protected him. I don't know what's going on.
Crazy, because in one instance, they are super powerful, evil. They will stop at no freaking, and then the next you're like, it's as simple as this.
No, it's multiple factions. It's not just one. There's no such thing as the government. It's factions. Like, you got different factions fighting each other.
Okay. So yeah, this is because I just don't think that'll fly. Like, no. Okay.
If we don't help Israel, you don't think it'll fly?
I just think somehow
There'll be some consequences.
Yeah, the consequence would be for them. It's like, okay, you need to start getting along with your neighbors now because we're not bailing you out.
No.
As well for the U.S.
Those are the immediate consequences that do not affect us as the U.S.
Why would it?
Like,
dude, we're on the other side of the planet.
Okay, when we need some other people from another racial or another, there's gotta be something.
Nothing. We are the United States. We got Pacific Ocean on one side, Atlantic Ocean on the other. We got, like, seriously, we don't need other countries for anything. Like, America's a really big place, man.
Because of people that think like you think, is the reason that Bill Gates is buying land and we're gonna be eating bioengineered meat. Watch. We're gonna cause ourselves to bring our like, you cannot be this arrogant. You don't need anybody.
Need them for what? You're saying, like, these people are going over here starting wars and then we're supposed to bail them out? Like, no, get out of here.
No, but that's
like, yo, what are you talking like,
listen. You asked me for a help. You asked me for a favor. I do you a favor. But I'm so evil that I'm like, I'm gonna do this favor. But what they don't know is that when I need them, they better not say no. And that's it. Like,
bro, if we're presenting a hypothetical, I'll say, look, no wars, no nothing. We're not sending troops overseas. Sorry. If you need us, sorry. We might do humanitarian, but we're not fighting anybody.
Humanitarian, please, bro.
We'll fix you some meals or something, throw you some water bottles, but we ain't fighting nobody.
Please. The regular U.S. citizen, yeah, maybe. But we are not talking about the
All that billions of dollars that can come over here and get spent on Americans, not all this crazy mess going on the outside.
Okay, so you just gave me a point on my point, bro. So why are we doing this? Why can we not afford $700 to help people who are dying from a natural catastrophe, but we are willing to buy all these nukes? Like, what's going on?
Dude, it's money laundering, people up top getting paid off, and they don't care about the people. There you go. That's all it can be.
Now, guys, I have a question I've been waiting to ask you, okay? So, you live in Europe, okay? We're talking about the U.S. Talk to me about Europe. What did you see, and what's your perception on the U.S.? I like knowing these things like this because I've never been to Europe, and I want to see, like, or understand a little better what the world, like, I know a lot of on how the world looks at the U.S., and it's not good, like most of the world. Of course, Dominican Republic is not one of those. We welcome you guys over there, but that's because we're not at war. We don't have no issues. Like, you understand? Maybe I should even mention stuff like that, because But tell me, what's your point of view, like from a European perspective?
From a European perspective, and of course I'm a little bit biased, but we tend to find the US like a bigot country, which thinks it's very powerful, while it's more talk, the American dream, it's a very good branding product from what they created, but and still very powerful. So that's why our politicians and are in bed with the US, with the NATO. So if US get attacked or one of the NATO countries get attacked, it's war with the whole group. So that's, in that sense, we are backed by the US purely because of we signed the treaty that we know back back in the day when US was still the prominently and powerful country, that we have also a big brother that's watching our back. In that sense, the politicians made a choice for the people, and of course, politicians in power reflect the people in a certain way. Not entirely, but still, they are in bed with the US and probably Israel as well. That's from the European perspective. I don't. Maybe there are some countries, and probably those that are not in the NATO have a different perspective and probably have a different view of who are the aggressors in terms of.
Is it my perception, or that side of the world sees the U.S. as bullies?
Yeah. Ones who has the say in the rest of the world.
Now, this is...
Yeah, the Middle Eastern parts.
Oh, okay. So now my other question is, how important alliances are?
Is that for both of us? Or?
What's that?
Is that a question for both of us, or
For you?
If you're a small country like the Netherlands, very important.
Yeah.
If you are bigger and you have your own army that you can stand and challenge China or one of the big countries, then you don't have to have much laxes, but it's still handy to have them in terms of yes, quantity wins over.
You know what? You know what? The good thing about the U.S., the only good thing that I see about the U.S. is that they got good credit. You want to know what I mean by that?
No. Yeah, I want to know, but I don't know.
If you as a country are selling something, and I tell you, yo, I'm gonna take this, and I got you later on, I know the U.S. is good for that. You got the money to cover for it. Even like regardless of what you do, you keep your money running. Does that make sense? Like you keep a good cycle, a good system, and this and that, right? Now the problem is, there's so many flaws in doing what they're the same, and not having alliances and all these things. And you want me to point out some of the flaws? What is the U.S. currently manufacturing?
No, we make a lot of stuff.
For export
Just in general.
from local.
Let's break it down from like in general.
Unless you mean like weapons, commodities, food, we make a lot of stuff.
No, this is the thing. For the food, there's a lot of limitations, okay, and variety of food. You have grains, you got certain grains and stuff like that. But like a lot of, like a big amount of the U.S. is cold. So
It's
are
cold.
cold, yeah. Like
Okay.
when it starts snowing,
Yeah.
you stop production of grains and stuff like that, right?
Okay, I don't know how the harvest cycles
Seasonal
work, but
product.
okay, that's how farming works,
Well-
I guess.
Yeah. What was that, nigga?
Yeah, it's a seasonal product.
Yeah, it's a
in some
season.
parts of the US.
Seasonal product, right? And then we don't manufacture a lot of things that we actually consume that we actually, like, you know, when you divorce somebody, and you got kids, let's say, for example, and they try to, you make, your ex is making $30,000 a month for you.
Yeah.
We are not calculating that diapers is gonna be $35,000 this month for you. But what we calculating is what we are used to, right? The life I'm accustomed to live. They'll tell you that in court. You know why that is?
Go ahead. Why is that, Andrew?
You guys are not willing to see yourself affected, like to get anything low quality than what you used to have. You don't want your electricity to go. You don't want to not be able to be wasteful and have an abundance. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why you protect your alliances. These people who want money, they want money, commodities, and a lot of these things you get like with connections. If you have nobody but yourself, what you can.
Bro, it's not that. Like you're like you can
Maybe
have
I'm not a-
no, like you're talking about military alliances. We don't need military alliances. You don't need it. That's why Trump tried to get us out of NATO. It's like, dude, you don't even need this stuff. This isn't
Okay,
World War II.
You don't need military alliances.
No.
But like, the minute I say no to you, my government doesn't mess with you.
You know, we got something better than military alliances. We have international finance and trade. You don't need that. We're all trading with each other. China's not really our enemy. We trade with them.
I agree.
Like all this is nonsense. As soon as you start getting the military involved, it's ridiculous. There's no need for any of that.
No, and I agree with this. But what you're saying is we don't need like alliances.
No, like what Nagayan said. Nagayan said Netherlands need to be protected. From who? You see Netherlands on the map? Who's attacking them? What? UK gonna attack them?
Okay, I see.
What? France gonna attack them? They're surrounded by their friends. Like this is crazy.
Sorry, I assume you meant like we don't need no friends. We okay by ourselves. We ourselves.
And America don't really need military alliances. We like who's gonna attack us? We're on the other side of the planet.
I don't want to find out.
And we're protected by the two largest bodies of water. Like you're gonna come all the way over here, attack us. This is crazy. Like you realize when our country was founded, it was founded on staying out of all this. Like our founding fathers said, we will not get involved in any foreign escapades, European, anything.
And what happened?
We got people in there that were corrupt. That's what happened.
Corruption is everywhere. Look.
But that's what happened. But that was the original idea, to not get involved in these things.
I agree. And then, like, it still doesn't fit in my mind. Please help me understand this. Why Hawaii can get $700 and then over here we send them?
Because it's about money. It's about them making money.
Ammo, boats, nukes. It's about making money?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. There's something missing.
That's
like,
money. Money.
I can, listen, I can launder money in so many other different ways. Listen, you paid how much? $21 million for one painting. Let's produce more paintings. Does that make sense?
Bro, it's money. It's maintaining that supply of money. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Power, but the power is to get more money. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah, the power, it depends on which is your priority. I mean, you have power to influence people. You have power to have the whole country or the whole world and reality shift towards looking the world like your reality. Okay, this is correct. We can do this and we can do that without having any secondary effects from it.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like when they send these battle groups or whatever over there, all the like weapons and all this stuff and everything that gets kicked into gear, it's like these politicians that's making these decisions at some point, they're getting a kickback. And you're talking about life-changing amounts of money, man. These guys are getting. You would make the same move, Angel, if it were you.
No.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You'll be living. You'll be like Biden. Tell me, how did Biden got like 5 mansions all over the country? How?
You know what?
How?
You know what? I think Biden.
I know how Trump did it. I want to know how Biden did it.
I think that they're tricking us, and I think you're being tricked too.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I don't want to get too much into that. I think I just recently started thinking, and you know my brain works in a freaking weird way. I think I might be there's something wrong.
Yeah, it's all right though.
But I think Biden might be someone who they inserted there purposely.
I mean,
Yeah.
the things that he's saying, he's
He's not there.
he's not there.
He never was.
No. It's more than that. I think we purposely want him to be this bad.
He's not. He's nothing. He's not real. He's not real.
Yeah,
He's literally a puppet being controlled. He's not him. It just there's no person there. Okay.
yeah.
This is what gets me though, because when Trump said certain things, he's still, of course, he's still president. We know what he's saying, and he's saying it on purposely. And this is how he won his votes. But when Biden says things like what he's saying right now, I'm like, okay, did you just forget your script, or? But in the sense, he's making sense because he's saying the things that he's not supposed to say, and that's a positive, I think.
I don't know.
But he shouldn't be questioned.
No, I just think okay. So this is my theory on this. I think there's a plan behind this. Like, we gonna give you somebody so bad that you're gonna beg for this dude that you thought was bad, you're gonna beg for my guy to come back.
He's not. Biden is not bad. Like, what I mean by that is he's not doing anything. Like, he's not there at the table strategizing and planning. He's not doing anything.
I know.
Then how can he be bad then? He's nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's people behind him who are doing what they want to do and are using him to do it.
No.
He's not actually bad.
You are misunderstanding what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to tell you. So when I say bad, I'm not talking about as in evil. I'm just talking about
That's not what I'm talking about either. In order for you to be good or bad, you have to be an actor. You need to do things. He's not doing anything. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Indecisiveness is also a bad character.
It's not that. He's a puppet. He's got people behind him who tell him, go stand over there, go do that. He's not there. He's not real. This is what I'm saying. He's not bad.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, so he's back. Okay, let me.
Okay.
You don't like the use of that word. Let me just use it because it helps me express myself. Okay. So I'm saying he's bad, right?
Okay.
And let's say he's clumsy, he's this or that, he has no action, he's not all there, he's a puppet and there's somebody behind the scenes. But these people behind the scenes know how bad it's making us look as a country. Do you agree with that so far?
I don't think. Here's what I think. I don't think most of the Western leaders are real leaders. I really don't think they are. I think they're all Bidens.
Okay.
I mean, of course, they're a little more articulate. They're a little more intelligent, but these are not real leaders. These aren't real people.
I see your point. Okay, continue.
They're all Bidens. Because if you weren't, you would have to call this out. Like, who is this guy that's pretending to be the American president? I don't believe this. This is crazy. None of them will say it because they're all in the same. They're all compromised. They're all being controlled or something. It's like.
Okay, so describe Donald Trump.
He's real. That's why they had to get him out. There's other leaders who are real, like the leader of Saudi Arabia. I forget his name. He's real. He's the prince, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. He's a real dude. That's why he made fun of Biden. When he met Biden, instead of shaking his hand, he gave him a fist bump and smiled in his face. Gave him disrespect.
Okay. But, okay. So, Trump is a real one.
Putin is a real one. Xi Jinping of China is a real one.
Okay.
Who's ever running Iran, they're real. Bibi Netanyahu, I think he might be real. It's a couple of these guys who are real. You can tell. But most of the European guys, they're nah. These dudes are being controlled.
Why have a guy like Biden in front?
Because you can control him. Because you want the power, but you're not the president. But you're like, yo, how can we get everything we want? How can we get this passed? Cool, we control the president. And if he gets out of line, we got this on his son. We got this on his daughter. We know everything that his crime family doing. Boom, we can control this dude.
Okay.
How do you not understand it?
No. 2024, who's winning?
Bro, I don't know, man. I would like to say Trump, but I don't know, man.
Okay. And if he was a real one, somebody who cannot be like
Manipulated. But in order to not be manipulated, you already have to be successful. You have to have success outside of politics.
So since in your opinion he's that, why not make sure he doesn't come back around? You know what I mean?
They're trying. Where do you think all these court cases coming from?
Not just that. I could poison your freaking drink, man.
Bro, the man ain't stupid. Like, he's got people all around him.
He takes mad vacations.
This dude is like, Trump is legit. Like, you're not just touching him like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. To me, it seems fishy. I think we got him up there because the people who are manipulating Biden, in my opinion, of course, see how bad this guy is looking out there and how obvious his actions make things look. Does that make sense?
Who? What, to other world leaders?
not just other
These world leaders are intelligent. They know it's not real. They know it's not real. They're just playing along with it.
But now the regular dude, you know, not too smart, right here. I'm getting suspicious.
Hey, that's you, man. Like anybody, like I seen the guy campaign, and I said, "Yo, this dude didn't even campaign. How did he win the election? He didn't win. He never even came out the house. Like, what are we talking about here?"
But what I'm trying to say is that isn't it a problem that the regular idiot such as me is starting to like be like, hey, this can't be right.
But the thing with the people like you, and in about another month or so, you'll forget. So I mean, it's okay. Yeah, that's how you guys are. You forget.
You agree with this?
I mean, that's in a sense when you feel not powerful and you get choices in front of you that are like, okay, which one is better, which one is less better, then yeah, you start thinking, okay, why does it make sense to even go out and vote? There's already a system in charge that is.
It's like when you go on a foot race, bro, and they put like first, second, and third. Like the only one that actually won is the first dude.
No, it matters. Voting matters. I mean, that's why they rigged the elections. I mean, it matters. I don't know what they're gonna do this time around. Some people saying, you know, we might get another flare up of COVID. I don't know, man.
Like, don't even mention that. You know what happened last time. I don't want you talking about.
Yeah, COVID is legit, and if it comes back around election time, make sure you got your mask. Yeah, just be safe out there. Yep.
Yes.
And stay away from those polls. Make sure you mail in your ballot.
Listen, Ed keeps ruining our videos every time he says something about COVID. So okay. So listen, regardless of what, this war is real, and people are really dying, man. No amount. If I give you $25 million,
Yeah.
do you find that to be a good amount?
A good amount for what?
Let's take it from there, like just.
Yeah, that's a life changing amount. Like I'm like, okay,
Okay. If I told you you had to take somebody's life for that amount,
okay.
how do you feel about it? You doing it?
Just one?
No, me, no. Like it depends. Like, do I have to pull the trigger, or do I just get to like sit back and like, you know, call shots, and then it just sort of happens.
It could be something as simple as entertaining me for me not to move from that chair until we make a move.
Look, I wouldn't do it, man. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't kill nobody.
Okay, well, you don't have to kill me in this explanation or whatever. You just gotta make sure I don't move from that chair. You gotta like come up with a conversation.
And then like the people are gonna come in and then kill you. Nah, I couldn't.
Take care of me. Okay, you can't. You wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you do that?
But it's the scenario is different. If I were a politician, and this was already, I'm sort of kind of already making decisions, and then if I just like, you know, just voted a different way, and it's happening on the other side of the planet, you know, they were gonna vote this way anyways. It was gonna happen even without me. Then yeah, I would probably do it. Yeah, man. I can see doing it.
You can see yourself doing that? Okay.
I'm not even mad at him. Like, I get it, man. I get it.
Okay. How about you, Nagai?
You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and that's the way it goes in politics. That's how I feel it goes. So at times you will have to do things that you don't.
But where do you draw the line? Like,
exactly, and that's what I'm going at is killing or knowing that people are getting killed because of a decision I made. Then 25 million. I don't think it's worth any lives, but at that's me saying this in this position now. And when you get there in the chair and you get responsibility and you get the actual figures in front of you.
Yeah, and it's more than that. It's like, what if Nagayan didn't vote the way he did? And I say, yo, Nagayan, what you doing? Like, Nagayan, how much money we can make? And then, yo, Nagayan, I got kids. I got to pay for cousin. What you doing, man? And then he's got his buddies saying that, and it's like, it's different. You know, it's going to hit different.
Well, no, but what I'm trying to say by what the question I'm asking is because, dude, like, how much could I pay you to take your own life?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Just answer that question. But people like me, I have kids, so maybe I would do it for my kids.
Yeah, you save your kids the money?
Just saying, I thought like that before. That thought that crossed my mind. The reason I'm asking this is like my soul is worth more than this life itself, and I believe I have a soul.
Okay.
And your soul isn't eternal. What's the average lifespan of a human being right now?
How about 80?
About 80. So you're gonna sacrifice, an eternity for 80 years.
Their philosophy is different than yours. I think a lot of it is if I tell you that this is happening, if I explain it to you and you still stupid enough to go out and do it, even though I told you what was going to happen to you, my hands are clean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That,
That's how the magic works.
well, okay, and then so this is an attack on themselves. You're saying? Let's go back to that.
Back to Israel.
Yeah. Because
Bro, they were coming after Bibi Netanyahu. They were coming after him. They were about to impeach him or some mess he was doing over there with the judicial system over there. Yeah, they said he was getting out of control. They were trying to come after him. So this is another thing. So now that he's got this war popping off, he's safe. For now. Yeah.
What's going on with this war? You've been quiet about it and stuff like that. That says it's a self-attack they did on themselves. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't go so far with as to that stretch. I think that if you have people that are oppressed, there will be a retaliation in some form, rebellion in some form. And I think that's the result of this. If the attacks seem very planned and coordinated.
Planned it for 2 years.
And that's a little bit suspicious.
How would you know they planned it for 2 years?
That's what the reports are saying. It was planned for 2 years. I think at some point the leaders of Hamas, they came out and said something about it or something, but yeah, it's been planned for 2 years.
Who's giving this information then?
Like the Hamas leaders. I think they did speak, because I heard quite a few people say it was planned for 2 years. They literally built a mock-up of the city that they were going to attack and were running drills through it. The whole, just planning the attack. Okay, we're going to hit this building. Then we're going to go over here. Okay, the power supply over here, we're going to cut that. They were like running these drills for like over a year. And it's like, how are they doing all this? Building a whole mock-up city and everything, and you don't see it? You don't see it? Okay.
There's a lot to it, but I still don't believe.
It's hard to believe that. You just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, I feel to believe. Yeah.
It sounds too crazy, man.
This is just something that's part of between two different ethnic groups. This goes back way back. But I wouldn't say it would be because of religion. It was already something before that, but still it has sparked up a lot of controversial actually years.
does that mean? The beginning of the end?
As in, some bigger powers are gonna get involved, and then yeah, we have a different setup of who is fighting who actually.
Help me
I
out
mean,
with
in
that.
chess, this is yeah, like in chess, you have your small pawns that you play on the start, and eventually the horse and the rook and the other players come out, and your queen will eventually come out, and that's
I see.
where we're heading towards.
Okay. Do you understand what he's trying to tell you?
I don't know, man. I to me, like if you ask me, it's gonna be just like the Ukraine thing. They don't even talk about that no more. Forgot all about that.
The Ukraine?
That's just what happened. We just move on to the next thing. Thousands of people killed. Just move on.
Okay.
Whoever had to make their money made their money, and then we just move on to the next thing.
And people's defense, man, it's hard to stick with something when there's so much going on, and one thing after another. And I wouldn't blame people to just like be desensitized for that.
Bro, when I say they're not paying attention, I didn't mean the people. I'm talking about the people who actually disseminate information are deciding to no longer disseminate that information. The actual people, the people who are the opinion makers, they're telling you, hey, Ukraine ain't important anymore. We're getting on as Israel. Zelensky, who's that guy? Oh, he needs weapons? Yeah, those weapons going to Israel now. Sorry.
Poor Zelensky, he over here like making plans with all the things he was supposed to be getting.
Nah, you ain't getting that anymore. That's going to Israel.
Poor guy.
I think it's still going there.
Yeah, it's going, but not like that. And but also
Yeah,
the
they're
thing-
splitting it.
Uh-huh. So now what you could have got, like the whole
Yeah, they're cutting back.
and that dude didn't even want to meet Putin in person. Didn't want to.
That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. Especially when on this very show we seen footage of Zelensky sitting at the table with Putin.
Yeah.
They're lying to you. Don't you remember that? And I was like, hey, Angel, what? They're cool now? This is over? They're lying to you.
Cool.
We were seeing the footage. They're sitting at the table.
And again, what was that?
They were acting very cool, like nothing was going on. There was no war.
Yeah. He did want to talk. In reality, Zelensky wants to talk to Putin. He wants to end the war. It's the West that won't let him do it. Because once again, he's not a real leader. These dudes are not real. He has to follow orders. So he has to get his own people killed because the West is telling him to do it. Because he's not really in charge.
I thought he was scared.
Yeah, he's scared of the West. If he doesn't do exactly what he's supposed to do, America will go over there or send somebody or the Azov battalion to go kill him. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna send to kill him.
Okay, all right. You believe that if that dude starts talking reckless, you think he's gonna be all right? So, we just want peace with Russia. I don't care what Europe talking about. I'm about to get peace.
Nobody's gonna kill him. He's gonna slip in the bathtub or have too many pills and overdose on something.
Yeah, but they want peace, man. I don't know, man. But this is dying down. Nagayan looked like he's about to go to sleep. I think this is an okay session. It was all right.
Yeah. Well, I think we should have a number 2, but we should with the angle on it. I wanted to stay on how it started, but I didn't find anything good on how it started because it's been on this and that.
Yeah, I just told you the Ottoman Empire fell, and then the British Empire said, "Hey, you can have the Palestinians' land." Boom, there we go.
But that's only if we ignore the issues that happened even before that. Throughout history, it's known for this land to have these issues. Like,
No, it wasn't. No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
It was.
Jews
I
were
mean, you
Jews were
It's
living there, right?
later-
Jews were living there. They were living in Palestine, right?
mhm.
Okay.
But
Nobody was fighting.
Right. Once again, what they couldn't fight. It's like the bully at the school. Like he's getting your lunch money for free, and we can't do nothing about it.
The Jews were living in the Ottoman
Okay.
Empire. They were there.
Yeah, the Canaan people. I don't know how it's called. Those were actually the people that were used to live in that area, 1100 BC. The Philistines came over from the agency somewhere and started moving to the Canaan's land, which now is Israel, Palestine. And from there on, they used to have battles together, they used to have wars together, they used to have. And the Philistine people actually integrated with the Canaan. And the Canaan are the Jewish people actually who are mentioned in the Bible. And from somewhere there started to have some conflicts or people being opposed to one another, and that led to this accumulation of
Well, I think that's that. Because I don't have no data to like actually support what I'm saying. Okay, by the Bible, you know, it doesn't seem like to that's and the Bible. But you don't believe in the Bible, like you don't like it's not a valid piece of document to you, Ed?
Bro, I'm sure it is, but I mean, like, you want to go back, and I'm like,
Well, when you said let's go to the beginning of it, that's kind of what I said.
you're going all the way back to biblical times.
I went all the way back to whatever is recorded first.
Okay, I asked ChatGPT. I said, how were Jews treated in the Ottoman Empire? I asked it. Just say, hey, chat, what's up? In the Ottoman Empire, Jews were generally tolerated and given more freedom than in many parts of Europe. They could practice their religion, manage their communities under the millet system, whatever that is. However, they still face extra taxes and legal limitations as non-Muslims. Treatment varied by region and ruler. During the 19th century, reforms improved their legal status. But during World War I, the empire's Jewish population sometimes faced suspicion and repression. Yeah, especially in Palestine due to concerns about their loyalty amidst the rise of Zionism and British support for the Jewish homeland. That's where it started. When they started doing all that mess, building that territory in Palestine.
How were Jewish treated in the Roman Empire?
How they treated Roman? How are they treated in Roman Empire? I think that's a different topic, but okay, I'll.
It's not a different topic, and I'll tell you why. Because as merchants, let's say merchants, we trade all around, right? And word goes around regardless of what. And if I know you treat me like crap here, and you treat my people over there like crap, and this like crap, and the problem you have with me is that I freaking crucified Jesus. My people.
The Ottoman Empire, that's the Arabs. That's why I say it. I'm like, okay, well, how did Arabs treat Jews? The beef is with Jews and Arabs. So I'm like, well, how did the Arabs treat them?
Look at that.
So that's why I say, what does that have to do with the Roman Empire? It's like, okay.
Because altogether they were being
But that's a different person. That's like you beefing with Nagayan, and because you beefing with Nagayan, that means you got to beef with me. That's not the same thing.
No, I get it, but what I'm trying to say is like, okay, enough is enough, okay? Everybody's treating me like crap. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
But let me ask you this question. Why did the Ottoman Empire start treating them poorly? Why? Exactly. Because I just told you, and you didn't even pay attention to what I said. I said the reason why they, and this is chat. This ain't me. It said they were cool. Yeah, there were some restrictions put on them, but they were free to do whatever they wanted. It's when the Zionists moved in and start. This is chat. You shaking your head to chat. You disagree with Chat GPT?
It's not that. It's just if we having a conversation and you show and prove of one thing, do not ignore one.
But what does that matter? Who's fighting right now? Are the Jews fighting the Romans? Or are they fighting Arabs? But I would read it. In the Roman Empire,
Palestinians are Arabs.
in the Roman Empire, Jews initially enjoyed a degree of religious freedom and autonomy. However, this changed following a series.
That's not freedom. That is not freedom, is what I'm telling you. You understand?
What are you in the Roman Empire, Jews initially enjoyed a degree of religious freedom and autonomy. Like, what do you want me to tell you, bro? However, this changed following a series of Jewish revolts, notably the First Jewish-Roman War. Okay, I didn't know there was such a thing, which led to the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. After these revolts, Jews faced harsher treatment, okay, including massacres, enslavement, legal restrictions, all that.
But you hear this? Are you listening? Listening?
Yeah.
Me tolerating. I don't see how you don't see it. Me, like, if you tell me I tolerate you.
They literally say that in America. You know that, right? To be tolerant.
In the Netherlands, they say it as well.
Yeah. Like, what do you want me? like, bro. Like, you're coming to another country. They have their own traditions and they tolerate you. Sorry.
Okay, so I was tolerating in you, like making sure, like I tolerate cockroaches. If a cockroach pass by me, I'm probably gonna say, but like, what I'm saying is,
I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're saying.
what I'm saying is, look, it's the same like what the thing with black people over here, man. Like, you guys were free. But most of you guys decided to stay in your freaking farm and with your farm families because those people were treating you better than the people that were walking around free since ever. You understand what I'm telling you?
Oh.
It's not the same. Like I understand what you're telling me and you're correct, but let's not take away from what I'm saying, bro. Is that not the credit, but they will push. Okay, we're gonna tolerate you living around here, but you gotta be in this area where all the others like you is living. That is not equal.
No one said that. I don't know if that was going on. I heard some places it was going on. But like I said, we're talking about Palestine and the Ottoman Empire. That's what I was talking about. And it's like, bro, like if you're the minority there, like they tolerate you. They say, okay, you can do your thing, you know. I heard what it was is they had to convert, like you had to convert to be a Muslim and then you get all the rights. But if you want to practice that stuff you doing over there, okay, you're going to get extra taxes and stuff. Like, okay.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair, but that's what's going on. No one's fighting. No, I guess they accept it. I don't know. I mean, if you don't just change religions, I guess.
And what it speaks to me is that when you're in the minority, or when you're a minority,
yeah,
and you're smart and you organize yourself, then you are capable of so much more than a lot of people that are not organized can reach.
Yeah.
And I think if you are a minority throughout years and ages in Roman Empire, Ottoman Empire, German Empire, if you want to call it that, it leaves a dent, but it makes you resilient, or it makes you inventive to how you can get the system under your control instead of it working against you. If you're smart and organized, I mean, that's the way to go. If
Look,
we as black people in America or would organize ourselves and would
But
then you are capable of so much more than you're doing right now. But it's
but yeah, you could do better in all these things and whatever. But let's just admit you had a head start, regardless of what. Do we agree on that?
what?
Ooh,
Who had a head start?
Jew.
The Jews. Oh. I'm recording. I'll call you back. Okay, sorry.
The Jews had a head start.
I don't know. I'm telling you right now,
Who got a head start?
if things are not fair to me, I can only take it for so long. And Nagaya knows me. It's hard for me to say why. Imagine. If you can be here around me, you just gotta stay out of my way.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not equal. It's like, what are you talking about? That's only gonna last. I mean, it's wrong for me to be like, oh, you're gonna be an asshole. I'm just gonna take this whole thing over. Like,
Okay.
it's not cool either. But like, let's not simplify things. Like, as if we didn't know.
Look, the people, they got along reasonably enough, and then it really blew up and turned violent when Zionists were trying to have a homeland and they were trying to expand their territory. That's what it is. Was it perfect? Nope, but it got a lot worse when they tried to expand that territory and make Israel.
Yeah, agree.
Sorry, that is what it is, man. It's right there. The document is right there. You seen the document.
So just to be clear,
And let me ask you this. How come no one ever just says this? How come you got to go all search through the internet to find this document? Everyone just sits here and act like, oh, we don't know why they're fighting. We don't know what's going on. Like, bro, the document's right there.
I know, like you said, from biblical times and all these things, that they already had issues throughout history. They teach us that in school. But I went to Catholic school, and they teach you religion as well too. And they teach you that in the Bible it says that their conflict will never end.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because they're the ones doing it, yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't got no sympathy for him, man. I'm really sorry. I don't sympathize with him.
I'm not looking for you to have sympathy. I guess it's fine.
When I see Jewish people up here talking about, that's my house because God said I can have. I know I gotta find these videos for you. God said I can have that. That's my land. God gave that to me. Those are not my people. Those are your people. What's that? You said you seen them?
If I don't do it, somebody else will.
Yep.
Take your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is messed up.
And those are the people that you over here carrying water for. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping, man. You coming over here taking somebody's house. That house probably been in their family for like over 100 years. And it's yours because God said so. Man, get out of here.
But that's not the part where I'm saying, like...
Look, here's what I'm saying. Here we go. You got some bad apples. That's just going to ruin it for everybody. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. Sorry, that's how it is. Just same thing with black folks. You got some black folks that don't know how to act. Sorry, it's going to make us all look bad. I ain't mad about it. I understand how it is.
Push them out of the equation. And every time... So if we do that, every time somebody steps out of line, we will never practice tolerance. I understand, but like eventually that's what it's gonna be. Anytime somebody steps out of line, we just gonna take them out.
bro.
And that'll get worse.
Bro, these guys they're doing a lot, bro. They are doing a lot over there.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And what are they doing with Palestinians if you're non-Jewish and you live in Israel? Dude, they're telling you straight up, you're a second-class citizen. You don't get the rights that a Jewish person gets. Straight up. I don't even think you can own property.
Enough on the issue, because we already know about the issue. We already know, like.
I mean, you talking about how they treat these people? They straight up right now today. If you're in Israel, you're not Jewish. You can't even own property. Straight up. You ain't got rights.
But that's what they did to them, though. It's not right.
Okay. All right, Angel. I forgot the name.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Bro, if someone did that to you, it's your turn to say, okay, I'm not going to do that in return.
I agree.
I get it.
Listen, an eye for an eye, all of us going to end up freaking blind. Because if I poke your eye, freaking you coming for my eye, and then I'm going to go for your eye. And like this, we're going to be both blind. Because like an eye for an eye doesn't work. Never. It has never worked.
I think we've been on this long enough, guys.
All right. Thank you for watching, guys. That's all I have to say. Nagay, do you have any other final words? Okay. So how we fix that real quick and then like cut it right off after you say what you gotta say? Just cut it off.
Can't stop it, Angel. Stop, man.
Just say how you fixed it and cut it.
One country. Get over it. One country.
One nation. Everybody.
Yeah. If Americans can get along and all this stuff our ancestors did to each other, you can do the same. Sorry.
You would have to force them to think like you though.
Think like I'm one person. There's millions of black people, millions of white people here, millions of Native Americans. It ain't nobody think like me. This is what's happening. That's the reality of America. That's not some scenario that I just made up. Okay? Black and white people were beefing, right? White and natives were beefing at one point, right? And we got over it. We don't beef anymore.
But that's assuming that they would be able to understand what you understand today.
Okay, look, bro, you asked for the solution. Boom, there you go. Get over it.
You should have cut it off. We out. Thank you for watching.
See you on the next.